Liberty, a legend on and off the coast to give you what you need. Robert Reed is your co-host. Go. Yeah. Like and subscribe and follow like a crossover. Never know when might fall through this bitch tomorrow. So, all ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All I know is all ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All ball Chicago. All I know is all ball Chicago.
Welcome to another edition of All Ball Chicago. I'm your co-host, Robert Bobby Reed, and I got the legend, the NBA veteran, the McDonald All-American, your host, Marcus, living in the building. What's up, Marcus?
What's up, my beautiful people?
Well, hey, they're going to make a song out of that.
No, man. We be having fun. We be having fun, brother. That's all it is, man.
Hell, put laughs after that shit. Nigga stupid as hell.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't know how stupid this dude is off the record. I'm telling you, man, Liv is a clown. Man, he funny as a fuck, man, when we be off the record, man. This dude's a big-time jokester.
That's how we got to be, man.
Big-time jokester. But, man, I wanted to get on the day this morning because I got a bone to pick, man, with Chicago, man. I got a bone to pick with all the comments I've been seeing coming out of Chicago about Derrick Rose jersey being retired, man. I'm so sick of Chicago niggas hating, man, and trying to put niggas down in Chicago, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the internet. I'm seeing a plethora of comments like, what this nigga do to get his jersey retired in Chicago? This nigga ain't did nothing. He ain't did nothing but stay hurt. You know Chicago is the city of hella haters, Liv. Since Chicago is the city of hella haters, let's just get it out there, man.
Well, they don't understand, I guess, the magnitude of what Derrick Rose did for Chicago. When Derrick Rose was the what? The number one player taking in Chicago, that brought back the buzz of Chicago Bulls legacy. Meaning, right after Michael Jordan, when he left, it wasn't a lot of being talked or said about the Chicago Bulls. When they drafted Pooh, from the Inglewood, Memphis Tigers, became the number one player taken. He immediately took off. Took that.
He immediately took off. Immediately.
Look at the numbers. Look what he did. Since he was with the Bulls, I'm talking about the Bulls. I'm not talking about any other program. Any other team, NBA. I'm talking about Chicago Bulls. He was the most valuable player in the NBA. He was a 3-time NBA All-Star. This is all with the Chicago Bulls. This is not with no one else. And he was a first teamer in the NBA. He also did what, Bob? He collected his first year, Rookie of the Year. He got Rookie of the Year. Now he's getting his jersey retired, right, from the Chicago Bulls because of what he accomplished while he was playing with the Chicago Bulls. I don't care what happened after that when he had his injury, right? But when he was not injured and he was playing with the Chicago Bulls, that's what he accomplished. And you can say that happened in a short amount of time. He deserves his jersey retired.
That's a lot. I was tagging all the rooms while you were saying that, Liv. That's a lot, man.
That's a lot, man.
Rookie of the Year and the youngest MVP of the league.
Yes, and 3 times.
And to be from Chicago and 3-time All-Star.
Yes.
And let's talk about the trenches, Liv. There are no more trenches ball players, Liv. You can speak to that because you was a trenches kid. Come on, man.
D Rose started something, man, at that guard position that probably won't be duplicated ever again. Lightning quick, super athletic, playing that point guard position. You can have Isaiah Thomas, and I'm pretty sure there's some clips out there of Isaiah Thomas talking about Derrick Rose. Derrick
Mm-hmm.
Rose. Isaiah Thomas was another Chicago product. And I remember Isaiah talking about him saying, man, I couldn't stay in front of this kid, because he was so quick,
So quick.
and he did a lot of things when he got up in that area. It wasn't just him dunking on people. He know how to do the cross court passes when he get up in the air, hitting open, people. You saw it when at the ceremony of how many people came, his former teammates that came and talked about what he was all about in Chicago and what he meant to the city of Chicago. You know, I just don't understand when people, say negative things, about this young man and the things that he accomplished. And I never heard Derrick Rose even come out and try to respond to some of this. I think what people need to understand before they open their mouths and start saying things, what he did or what he didn't do, and all this stuff, you have to understand that this man played his butt off when he stepped on that court, and he gave it his all. And when he was doing that, he got rewarded.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate that he got hurt.
That's right.
He didn't go out there and say, I'm going to get hurt and I want to get out of here,
Right.
He still wanted to be there, even when he was hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt him when he got traded.
Yeah. I saw him crying. I saw that when they traded him to New York.
Man, he was hurt.
He was hurt. Yeah, he was crying like a mug, man.
Because we know deep down in his heart, man, he wanted to retire as the Chicago Bulls.
Yes, he did.
So to hear comments and people talking about what did he do, we just read off the things that he did while he was playing in Chicago when he was a healthy Derrick Rose. We cannot do this, Chicago. We got to be better than this.
I agree, man. It's almost like, man, our culture here, man, is you got to leave here to blow up.
Yeah.
You got to leave here to blow up. Let me see. So Derrick Rose was born in 1988.
Mm-hmm.
That boy was born into Chicago Bulls basketball from day one.
I mean, you saw the pictures, Bob, when he was little, man. He had on a Michael Jordan jersey, man. It was meant to be,
It was crazy.
But go ahead, I want to hear some of your comments, Bob, or your thoughts, man. Just think, if you was in that situation, how would you feel?
If I was D Rose?
If you was D Rose.
And I heard people saying things about me like that.
Yeah.
I would be hurt, man. I would truly be hurt, man. Especially knowing where I came from and knowing how hard it was, seeing my mother struggle. And like he said, his brother was selling crack. Like, that was the culture growing up back then, growing up in our communities. Lights off in the wintertime sometimes, gas going off in the wintertime, man. Mama trying to struggle to send us to school, man. We going to school just for lunch sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then those struggles. And then looking at all my friends, some of them getting killed. Because he came up in an era where it was wild. It had got really bad. Like, when we came up, they were still whooping your ass with your hands. They came up, when D Rose came around, they was playing with gunplay. So for him to come up out of that and to make it to the NBA and to keep his nose clean all throughout the NBA, and then for people in his city to be saying, why should he be have his jersey raised for the Chicago Bulls? It's a travesty, man. I think it's a travesty. And that's why I called you this morning and said I wanted to get on and talk about it, because I know everybody watch our show, Liv. And I know people respect what you say and they respect what I say. So we got to say something about it, man. It's got to be addressed. Yeah, y'all Chicagoans, man, we got to get behind each other and stop this hating, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay to not like someone, right? It's okay. But you can't, if you don't have facts about what you're talking about, because if you look at whose numbers, has been retired. Who numbers has been retired with the Chicago Bulls. Um, and I'm not hating. I said, but I almost certain none of them touched the numbers or the things that Derrick Rose did, except Michael
Right.
and Scotty.
Right.
Right. And I'm not hating on Sloan and Bob Love because they did a lot of great things for Chicago and the Bulls. And Bob Love was the ambassador of basketball for the Chicago Bulls, so he did a lot of great things.
That's right.
Who when Derrick even left Chicago and got traded, he still came back and did a lot of great things in Chicago, particular his neighborhood, Inglewood. His heart was there. I mean, I talked to his brother Reggie a lot, and me and him was just talking about how that Inglewood area, man, was tough, and
Man, it
for a
was
kid
tough.
like that to accomplish what he did and made it out the hood and brought his mom a beautiful house. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And he did that. And he did that in a way where it wasn't always in our favor.
And
It
he
wasn't
didn't
always.
publicize that stuff.
Yeah.
He was never like, oh, look what I did for my mom and all of that. D Rose was never flashy.
Yes.
He always been low key, super low key.
And we all know, Bob, we all know when Michael Jordan and then Scottie Pippen left, people wasn't watching the Bulls like that.
Man, I didn't watch the Bulls at all.
But when that Inglewood kid came out of nowhere, put that cape on, man, D Rose, man, he was like, this is my city. I love Chicago.
Yeah.
And won the youngest player to win the MVP ever.
Ever. I
man.
live. I went on my, I get caught in the moment, and I was like, shit, D Rose the baddest motherfucker ever pick up a basketball in Chicago if you're going to go based on him making it on the highest level and becoming the youngest to ever do it. Now, come on. I mean, how old was he when he won that MVP?
I think he came out his freshman year, so he had to be 19 or 20.
Let's see.
Yeah, look it up. But
how old was Derrick Rose when he won league MVP?
But he was different.
22.
22
With a
years
league
old.
full of, and me and my boy talked about it yesterday, how loaded the league was when he won that damn trophy, man, because Bron, Kobe, T-Mac, Tracy McGrady, of course, that's the same person. Vince Carter, Shaq,
right.
All of them was in the league.
Right. So he won that, and he had to win that in his second or third year.
He won that in 2011.
Yeah. So Derrick Rose, and I don't think he was set out to do that. I mean, he just
he won that his
playing.
Second year after he won Rookie of the Year.
That's what I said. It had to be the second year. I'm pretty sure he didn't put that on his to-do list, but I think the kid he was just playing. He was just loving the game. He would talk to fans after the game, man, because he was excited about being home, man, and playing for the Chicago Bulls, man. We can't knock that, man.
We can't knock that.
This kid wanted to be home. Yeah. And he accomplished a lot of great things while he was playing.
Not to mention when he got one of the strongest AAU programs around.
Yeah, we talk about the high school side, but we were just talking about the pros because I think that's what the people, whoever was saying these things, man, about D Rose, man, I think for real, probably didn't like him from the get-go.
Right. That's where it comes from. It comes
just like people with me, man. They don't like me from the get-go. So they would say all of these things about me.
Basketball is pro-choice. It's pro-choice.
Yes, it is. But we have the right to defend it too. You know,
That's right.
as people who been there and done that, it's okay for someone to come on and talk, you know, about this. You know, somebody said he won the MVP during his third year. Thank
Oh, his
you.
third year.
Thank
Okay.
you. Danny said that.
Danny Spencer, what's up, Danny?
Danny said that. So appreciate that, Danny. Look, read what somebody else said. Yeah, that one right there. I like that one.
Patrick Sago, what's up, Pat? Derrick deserves all the accolades he's getting. That's it, and that's all. I agree.
That sound like old Bugs Bunny.
That's
That's
right. My
it.
man
And that's
Patrick
all.
Sago, man. I've been knowing that man since kindergarten, Cone School. Shout out
Cone
to Cone
School.
School. He was there with Tim Hardaway now. He was probably in class with Tim. Well, no, probably a grade up under Tim. Him and Tim
Yeah.
graduated after each other. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, let's get some of the comments, man, and
There
talk a little
goes.
bit.
There we go. See that?
Yep, Derrick Rose was fearless and had all the tournament skills. Yes, he did. Derrick Rose was probably one of the guys that when I was done playing, man, and I was watching this guy play, I was like, man, he's not human. You know, he was doing some stuff out there, Bob, that I just I couldn't believe.
I
You know,
was
he
at
was
one of the games when he dunked on New York and Chicago. That dunk he dunked outside the paint is very popular dunk he did outside when he cocked it back like this. He took one dribble. I was right there courtside. I was right there. I saw that dunk.
but that dunk, but that dunk against Phoenix was my dunk.
Oh my God, good nasty. Oh my God. I wish we could show that. Man. Wow.
He dunked the man. He dunked that ball like it was no other, man. And it almost looked like he was mad at the rim. He didn't even care who was jumping. He's like, I'm mad at this rim. I'm gonna take it with me.
I mean the ferocity.
Yeah. So those are some of the memories that I remember of him, man. And they were getting to the playoffs. That's another thing we left out.
Right.
When he was playing, they were getting to the playoffs.
Man, remember they gave Boston all they can handle that year, man.
You know, they were getting to the playoffs, man. And I remember him playing against LeBron James, and LeBron James was like, man, let me guard him. You know, and this one, LeBron was kind of fresh too. He wasn't, you know, he was still young in his prime.
Bron was like, man, I got to stop this dude.
Yeah, because he was cooking. He was cooking them guards.
Yeah, he was.
You know, and I remember I said, oh, now LeBron gonna try to guard. And D Rose didn't take no shorts to him either. He was like, I'm still gonna hoop. You know. But
they had to load up. They had to load up, boy, those D Rose, boy. Because D Rose did not like Bron and Wade. No, he didn't like them boys, man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's the competitiveness of him, though. You gotta have that competitive, you know, drive, man. You gotta want to compete. And that's what D Rose had, man. I mean, think about this. You growing up on the South Side, you know, in Inglewood, and you seeing the struggle of your parents, you know, your brothers having to go out and do things. You want to be the one to change that mindset. You want to be the one to say, you know what, I can do this, you know. And he said it wasn't until his brother, you know, told him that, man, you a bad boy. And he respected his brother, and he's like, man, I'm that good. And sometimes
he said, Pooh, you can do something with this.
Yeah.
He said, man, you need to take your dumb ass to class. I was saying like he said, man, you getting them D's in class. D is for dummy, motherfucker.
Wow.
His brother told him that. D Rose was like, man. He said, well, my big brother said this, then I can do something with it. Because he said, man, he don't give a motherfucker no slack. And what that his middle brother? It was one of them because he got 3 older brothers, Leah.
Yeah, I don't know which brother it was, but that's good to have a brother like that, though, to recognize early what he sees in the household, you know.
Right.
And Reggie was a bad boy too. I don't know if it was Reggie, that said that, but it's good to have somebody like that in your household, though, man, to motivate you, to get you to think outside the box, that you do have a chance to be somebody.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's hard, Bob. It's hard.
Because, man, you talk about Chicago being bad right now. Man, them 90s was wild in the mug, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I remember that's when the Hunters turned wild. The Hunters became the Wild Hunters in the 90s. And that was doing
Yeah.
Derrick Rose run. So the streets of Chicago, the South Side was crazy, man.
And I left something out, Bob, and we must talk about this too, because people were saying he was hurt, right? He got hurt. And when he started getting back, healthy, and he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and he scored 50 points.
Right, right.
50 points in that game. Uh, that showed me that he still loved the game,
Right.
and it was back then people were really talking bad about him, and to see him talk, and you saw the tears coming down his eyes of how he was like, man, I'm glad, I had that opportunity to do this,
Right.
And I know he loved the game, man, and he gave it his all, even though he was battling those injuries. He
He
was
never
giving it
gave.
his all. He never gave up, man, until he was ready to go, and he said once he, said it was it, he's not going to try to come back or anything. He wanted to be there for his family now. He's got a son that's, playing, and he wants to watch him play, and he doesn't want him to be like him. I mean, he said, I want my son to be himself. I don't want him to try to
Right.
be me. And
That's probably why he didn't send him to Simeon, man.
oh, he's not at Simeon.
He had Whitney Young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had Whitney
Okay.
Young. So that's probably why he did that.
Yeah.
So he
Could
don't
be,
have
could
to
be.
live with that pressure trying to be D Rose at Simeon.
And Bob, we gotta say it. It's hard though, man.
It's
It's
hard.
hard to have a superstar dad, and then you coming up behind him. We didn't seen it through all of these elite players that we named before. Michael Jordan and his son,
Right.
LeBron James and his son. It's always going to be someone looking and saying, "See, I told you, his son ain't nothing. His dad ain't nothing. I told you. I told you." And I think as a father, right, that has a child that plays basketball, you have to let them have fun. You have to say it's no pressure. I want you to be you, because you're going to be just fine whether you play basketball at all the way through to the pros or not, because I set you up financially. You're in a good place. So I don't want you to put any pressure on yourself. And now we see Carmelo Anthony's son too. Carmelo Anthony has a son that's playing too. Um, so you have these kids that's playing basketball, and um,
Okay. They
it's
say go to Skinner, not because which is right behind Whitney Young. Okay. I
okay,
knew he was over there in that area. Go ahead, Liv.
okay. And Skinner, what school is that?
That's a part of that little elementary
Oh,
feeder school.
private school.
Hmm.
Okay. Also, he's not in high school yet.
No, he's not in high school yet.
Okay,
I knew he was
so
over there by Whitney Young, though. I knew somebody told me that.
okay, so he goes to that school, but Skinner usually feed as a feeder to Whitney Young.
Right.
Usually, but I don't think kids always go there, but usually that's a feeder school for Whitney Young. But to have a superstar dad, and then you have kids that you have, and you just don't want to put that added pressure, even though it's going to happen, because people are going to be coming up to you, man. That's you, Derrick Rose son. You, Derrick Rose son. You, Derrick Rose son. He's going to constantly hear that over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
He has to
Mm-hmm.
have a great foundation, which I know uh, D Rose is going to do, and his brothers, his uncles, and all that going to do to make sure that he understands. Just play the love, have the love for the game, keep playing, and we're gonna make sure you be the best version of yourself. And you
Right.
can't follow his uncle footsteps. You can't follow your dad footsteps. You gotta you gotta lay down your own prints, man. You gotta lay down your own prints, and I think Derrick Rose and them going to do that for him.
I think the good thing about it is he's young enough, and now that Derrick is retired, he there. He's at home.
Mm-hmm.
His kids are young enough. Now he's at home with his kids. He done played his ball. So whereas in reverse, most guys' kids be at home with the mom and they be on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a chance to be there. So that's a great quality, great opportunity, great quality to have.
Well, yeah, man, I'm glad we got on, real quick to talk about this because it's a lot. It's a lot going on, man. When people start to be, to become celebrated,
Right.
people want to, because people want to say, you know what, that wasn't me, and if the shoe was on the other foot and that was them, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want people to talk like that about them either. So
Right.
you have to be, conscious of certain things, and if it's facts behind what you're doing and what you're saying, then put it out there, because the criteria is not how many championships you won. It's about uh, some accomplishments, individual accomplishments, as well as, if you could win those, that would be great. But a lot of those guys that's up in the rafters, they didn't win any championships,
Yeah.
you know. So
Well, the
it's
Hall of Fame, they had to remove that criteria. Wouldn't nobody be in that mud. They had to remove that criteria. So next up, I think, what's the date? Today is what, the 26th?
yeah. We got to get
Oh,
small. We got to get Smallwood on too. I know we keep mentioning that, so we got to try to get him on too, um, because he has a little son. He has a son too that's pretty good in Chicago too. And I'm thinking Chicago basketball is kind of getting back a little bit to where it used to be. Um,
mhm.
some young up and coming, kids are doing their things, but of course we know people can come in and snatch them up and have them, transfer somewhere else too. And I don't know why, Bob. I don't know why. I know Nick Anderson's son, Josh, is doing a great job over at Lincoln Park as a coach.
Danny coach over there with him. Danny
Okay,
Spencer coach over there with him,
so
I heard.
so I know Lincoln Park is good, and I see um, what's my man, Coach Slaughter. He's still in the game over at Whitney Young. Uh, I think Tim Flowers is over at Simeon, so he's doing his thing, still. So I think it's still a lot of great coaches in Chicago that want to see Chicago still shine and do their thing out there on the court and win
You said
city
Mike
championship.
Oliver, right?
Oh, I can't forget Mike Oliver. Why you let me forget Mike Oliver over at Curie, man?
He the
Another great,
last of the Mohegans,
a
were.
lot of great coaches,
He
man.
the
That
last
still,
of that era with Macker, with Nick and Rob Smith. Them three, right?
yeah. And Slaughter, you got to put
And
Slaughter in there.
Slaughter, right? Strada,
Yeah, Coach Slaughter at Whitney Young. So
right? Slaughter.
they still doing it. Somebody said we on early as hell. Yeah, Bob wanted to get on, man, because he said he couldn't sleep, man. He heard people talking about Derrick Rose. So, man, the man called me at 6:30 a.m. Man, we got to get on, man, right now, man. We got to get on, man. And oh, yes, we do have to switch subjects a little bit about the kid, man, in Illinois. Did you see that game?
I didn't see that game. I
What?
heard some dude had 40 or something like that. What he had?
Oh, 46, man.
Kid from Illinois.
Yes, man. Man, that man, and he only missed, I want to say 3 shots.
What?
Man, 3 shots. Man, the kid just put himself probably in the position to be a first rounder now. And I
After
know he
doing
probably
that,
wasn't, he might even jump up higher than that, but I'm just saying first round. Kid can probably be a first rounder.
he put in work. He
Yeah.
killed.
And only two major schools was after him.
I bet that changed.
Yes. But I agree with a lot of people. This freshman class is different, man. This is a good freshman class that's coming out this year. I think that the NBA is going to be in good hands, man.
Well, did you hear Kendrick Perkins' comments about what Calipari said?
No, I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that?
No.
Okay. Let me play just a small little credit to Road Tripping Podcast. I don't want to, but I want to just pick just a small snippet of it, Liv. And also, man, I sent those videos out, man. Did you see those videos?
No, but you gotta comment on this one right here. They say you gotta get Squeeze D Rose comment.
Where is that?
You see it?
We did that. We already addressed D Rose, y'all, when we first got on. We did. Marcus, if you want to touch on it real quick, right quick again, if you want to. The injuries hurt his Hall of Fame chances. And Marcus just went in on that, basically. He read his accolades and why his jersey should be retired. That's why we got on, because we had to pick with people in Chicago with the rumblings of them talking about he shouldn't have his jersey retired. And my thing, I was pissed behind that, because I'm like, man, this man, first of all, from the trenches, we know how hard it is to even make a damn basketball team, let alone make it to the NBA, be the number one pick, play for your team, be the rookie of the year, then be the youngest MVP of the league, 3-time All-Star. Did he go to the Olympics?
Yeah, he played in the Olympics.
So that's what I'm saying. So yeah.
And no, I don't think that's going to hurt his Hall of Fame chances either. Derrick Rose will be in the Hall of Fame. Trust me.
I think he'll be a first ballot, man. It just makes sense, man. It just makes sense. But no, I can't find it. But Kendrick Perkins basically said on the Road Tripping Podcast, he said that let's just call college what it is. It's professional sports. And here it is right here. No. He said,
but I've been saying that.
Yeah, kids should be. He telling his kids at his camp to stay in college 4 years. You come up out of that mug a millionaire. Forget thinking about the NBA. Because
that's
the NBA,
true.
It's only 400 some jobs. He said, man, let these kids get paid. He talking about Calipari trying to put a cap on the transfer portal. Why are we trying to slow these kids' earning potential down, Liv? Why are we trying to lessen these kids' opportunities to make money? Calipari moved to Arkansas and got another $6 million towards his NIL.
Yeah.
So
I think Calipari is also, at one time he was thinking about he wasn't going to coach no more. I think Arkansas brought him back into the mix and said, "Come on over here. We got the Walmart people behind us, man. What you need?" And he has one of the best guards in A Cup that's playing right now. This kid is playing his butt off, and I'm pretty sure you gave him a nice, healthy bag, to come there, and that's what it is right now, man. We can't knock it, man. Now we want to knock it and switch that up too now. I mean, coach has been making a lot of money for a very long time, but who's the one out there really playing?
Yeah. Players. Come on, man. Come on. I'm so glad they paying these kids. I'm just so happy, man, because we know, let's talk facts. Majority of them are African-American kids, man, from the urban community. Now, the game is being spread around to a lot of people. But for the vast majority, man, it's a sport that's been dominated by African-American young men. Let's just call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to monitor it, because we don't want y'all to have too much earning potential around here too soon. You might not know how to handle the money. We got to take these reins off of society. Society got to take the reins off of what we're saying about people. There was something else I just saw.
But who's, if we really do the research, like who's really the ones that's benefiting a lot from it? Is it the college quarterbacks?
Right.
Is it football? Is it basketball? Who's the one that's really, I think everybody is benefiting. My dog over here playing with his toy.
Yeah, I can hear that. I can hear that.
Yeah. And I don't know why he brought his butt in here, but he just over here just playing.
Hey, I got another one though.
Here's
another one, man. I agree with Cameron. Y'all know Cameron from It Is What It Is podcast. He said this about the NBA, and I agree. Listen to this.
He going to do deals. NBA, I can't find a fucking NBA game I want to see. So I ain't ESPN tonight. Peacock tomorrow morning. NBC, it's all over the place. Adam Silver is doing deals. Amazon this week. This shit was ESPN going to do deals. NBA, I can't find a fucking NBA game I want to see. So I ain't ESPN tonight. Peacock tomorrow morning. NBC, it's all over the place.
Like, it's hard to find an NBA game sometimes, man.
But it became a money grabber, right? Like who wants to stream this game, right? And
Right.
they might say millions of dollars to Peacock. Peacock says I'll pay you this amount of money,
Right.
to get this game. And then he's right. And then you got to subscribe to that. You can't just you got to subscribe to that. So now that's what I said. It became a money grabber, and it hurts the true fans that may not have that in their budget to keep streaming and subscribing to all these networks, that they have out here, man. It is getting kind of ridiculous, man. And then sometimes you forget that you subscribe to it because you're like, I'm trying to get that free right. 7-day subscription, and then you see that because they make you put your credit information in there, your credit card, and all that, and your debit card or your bank accounts, and then you forget about it and you say, damn, man, I forgot to cancel that thing, man. They just took $24 from my account.
Man, that just happened to me again this month, and I know I just canceled it. What's that doggone stuff? One of them damn streaming networks, $30. I said, I just canceled that shit. I guess that was their one last time payment, hopefully, because I had to check that, man. But yeah, it's just too much, man.
I'll go one for you, Bob, up there.
Let me see, where is it? Reading Liberty, the main players in the trade talks are all hurt now. Giannis, Kuminga, Ja Morant, they all out 4+ weeks. Wow.
Yeah, that is crazy. Coincident though. That they was all being in talks about trading. They all are hurt now, and nobody is going to take any damaged goods in the trade.
They're not doing it out of there.
No, man, no. You got another one here, Bob. Let's get to this one right quick.
I'm tagging. Yeah, I was tagging these rooms on IG too. Go ahead, put it up. Robert Reed, explain your Draymond Green, Larry Bird post. What was the reason for the post, and explain it? Okay, so the minute you start making comparisons, people want to always try to allude to the fact that you're talking about LeBron James, because I know how people feel about LeBron. Let me be the first to say, if you go back in my page about 4, 5, 6 years ago, if you see Robert Reed with LeBron James, you'll see that I said LeBron was about one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever play, right? So it's not that I don't like LeBron James. I just don't like how we always try to recreate the narrative based on numbers when it applies to certain players, right? So here's what I said. Larry Bird, Draymond Green has hit more three-pointers than Larry Bird. You telling me that Draymond Green is better than Larry Legend? So Ryan Lothridge chime in. You know Ryan. He talking about, man, y'all just got to stop it, man, because all y'all childhood superstars, man, getting passed by, right? Immediately he said that, Lindsay hit me up, and Lindsay chimed in like, what the hell is going on with Ryan? Because, Liv, you know Ryan Lothridge.
Yeah.
Who did he try to play like?
MJ.
Did he walk like him?
Yeah.
Did he chew his gum like him?
I don't know about the gum, but
and me and Lindsay, we were laughing about that because we was like, what's going on with Ryan? Why do we have such a culture, man, where we got to put one in front of the other at all times when it's convenient? So the minute I did that, people started chiming in. Oh, you talking about LeBron? Oh, you talking about LeBron and Mike? I didn't even say LeBron and Mike. I just said the GOAT debate can't be justified through numbers, Liv. Because Draymond hit more threes than Larry. Is Draymond better than Larry?
Right.
Do you think Draymond better than Larry, Liv?
No, I don't. And
didn't take me long to say that.
And if Larry was in this and we was talking about Draymond, I would still say Larry, because of the body of work he did when he was with the Celtics, And I'm not talking just about his scoring. I think Larry meant a lot to Boston Celtics. Steph Curry means a lot to the Golden State Warriors. Now, can he do some things that's pretty good? Draymond, he's a hell of a passer, right?
Right.
He knows, he plays defense. He's pretty smart out there on the court. But I don't think I wouldn't put him ahead of Larry Bird. And I think a lot of people out there would agree, to that too. Two different type of players, man.
Two
I'm just gonna say,
totally different players, man.
yes.
We're talking about we ain't even talking apples and oranges when it comes to these two guys. And I love Draymond Green. Man, I think Draymond Green is a terrific basketball player. I mean, do I want somebody that can run my team like him and get people going and get mugs agitated? Yes. Push the rock, get it to guys, set the screen. Yes, I love it. But, hey, man, in that clutch, boy, hey, you better get that damn ball to that boy from French Lick, Indiana, and get the hell out the way, man.
Yep.
We seen it.
Yeah. Different, man. Different type of players, man, all together.
So another thing, I want to ask you this. So now they talking about Steve Kerr's contract is up this year in Golden State, Liv.
It's probably
time for him to move on.
I think so, man. He did a lot of great things when it happened. He made a lot of money, as a coach. I think he should go up in the front office, and be, some kind of executive. I think someone like Iguodala, should be, what you think about that?
Iguodala, I think Iguodala will probably bring a good look to.
It's a different style. I think, is he on the bench now? Because it was rumors that he was going to become an assistant coach. I don't know if he's on the bench or not, but I did read something like that he was.
I don't know.
Thinking about.
When you said Iguodala, it kind of rang a bell on something else, and I'm gonna touch on it when you finish with this. That it kind of made me feel different about Iguodala a little bit because him and Carmelo Anthony was talking. Go ahead, I'll let you finish though.
Okay, and no, I was just saying that, but I see we have a question from.
But let me touch on Iguodala right quick.
Go ahead.
I saw him on a podcast with Carmelo Anthony, and I forgot who else was on there, and they said that NIL messed up youth basketball, and you know what, Liv? When I hear that, I hear it coming from a perspective of a guy who got multi-millions of dollars right now. They not in the space where these young kids are anymore. So to say that, you telling me that I shouldn't be earning money right now at this young age because I should wait to potentially make it to the NBA, but then if I don't. And I that's why I disagreed with them, man, because they felt like it messed up the game. And I felt like, man, this is another opportunity for, young people to make money because let's look at the facts, man. Nobody's making money.
Well, I can understand where he's coming from, though, Bob, a little bit, because I think what he's trying to say is how it can mess it up is because now you have all this movement, right? It's no more enjoyment. It's no more love. It's all business at a young age. So you're putting pressure. You're putting pressure on young kids to say, I gotta make it. I gotta go make it to college. I gotta make it to college so I can make as much money as I can. I know a guy, and I'm not dropping no names or anything, but he's not making a whole lot of money on his NIL, right?
Right.
And he was a hell of a player growing up, and doing his thing. He's probably making anywhere between $5,000 to $20,000 his freshman year. Right. So we can't put a lot of pressure on them because if they don't get the six figures right off the top, are you going to be disappointed and not play hard no more? Are you going to give up? And are you going to bounce? Are you going to? So you don't want to put that pressure on. And that's what I think he was going with that when he said that. That's what I would think that you're going to make it a scramble game. People going to be scrambling to try to find what program so I can start putting the highlights out because I want people to start seeing my son while he's in third grade because he's a hell of a ball handler. He can dribble the ball. And then you start messing up the kid because now the kid, Dad, we got to make another video. He forgetting about the skills, the development part. So that's what I think he was more so talking about. That's what I would be talking about, that you can mess up the game because you're doing all this, other stuff and not working on your fundamentals.
Well, I think, yeah, I agree with you on that. But it has become youth sports is big money. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. We want to keep kids active. So if they can make money in high school, let them make money. Here it is. I found it right here. Here we go. Listen to this, Liv. I found Perkins. Here we go.
Are we still living in the 90s?
Yeah, it's college. It is in college.
It's not college. It's not college basketball. Once you start getting paid, it's a difference. And I don't want to hear about George Calipari going on some fucking rant. You know why you left Kentucky? Because not only are you getting paid close to $8 million annually on your own salary, but you knew that you needed to keep up. At Arkansas, they're giving you an additional $5 million a year for NIL. That's how you're able to go and get these top-notch players, like a Darius A. who's probably going to be a lottery pick, who went to prep school in Orlando, who was a McDonald's All-American, who's tagged college up because he's ready for it. So don't come telling me you need to put a cap on the transfer portal when I want guys to get max dollars. Why should the players have to get a cap on where they go? If they want to, look, I tell my kids this. All the kids that are in my basketball organization, I don't even give a damn if you go to pro no more. Go pro. You don't have to make it to the NBA. You can go hurry up and go to college, since we still call it college, and get 4 or 5 years and walk out a fucking millionaire and be set for life. Go max out. This is 2026. Fuck what everybody talking about. Damn it, if you went to the league and you're in the G League and you ain't getting that bread and you got an opportunity to go get that bread back in college, damn it, go do it. Old school, it's about the
if they gonna let you go back.
Yeah,
what do you think about that, though?
Well, I mean, it's going to be hard regardless for most of the kids still. They're not going to be able to, all the kids in your program is not going to be able to go to college and make some money. All the kids are not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a select few that get the big bags, right? It's going to be a select few. It's not going to be everybody in my program that's going to make, millions of dollars. So I think he needs to reframe that a little bit, because if I'm in that program and he says that out loud, I'm like, Mommy, Daddy, I'm going to be a millionaire.
Right.
That's not going to happen for everybody, in your program. So to say that, you have to be, a little careful of how you say that, because I know kids, how they think. Mm-hmm. And then you put that out there, now they're going to say, Kendrick said, I'm going to be a millionaire, Mom. And if that doesn't happen, that's going to be a disappointment, So I think kids, and it is a different generation, no question about it, right? People going to make some money doing this, right? And if you got an opportunity to play for 4 or 5 years, and if you that dude, let's say you're on the fence of getting drafted, you don't know, but you got potential, you got some skills, and you got a chance to make guaranteed some money in college for the next 4 to 5 years, then do it. Do it. Because, at first the NBA came out and says, we only taking young guys. I think that's going to change because of the money situation now.
Well, shoot, that changed immediately, though. Khalil, remember, you was going through that with Javon, right? He was right on the cusp of being a little too old because they were looking for younger guys when he came out.
Right.
And look how quick that changed as soon as he came out.
Yes. I mean, he was on the borderline of when this stuff all changed. The NIL wasn't as big.
Even like that.
Yeah. So it's a different beast now, man. It's a different beast right now, and it's happening, man, right in front of our eyes, and if what Kendrick said about the things that is going on, and what he will tell his people in his organization, and is true about what happened with John Calipari over at Arkansas, that they giving you $5 million a year to go out and get these elite players. Somebody's going to get the most money on that team. Whoever they recruit, someone is going to get the most money, right, out of that $5 million. So it might be somebody that's going to get $2 million. So now you got 3 to divide it up amongst the other players that you're going after.
Yeah, that's real, man. But okay, let's get this last one. Then we got to get up out of here. Steve Kerr is weird to me now. Remember in the Olympics he didn't play Tatum? Yeah, that was messed up. That was probably really that rubbed me the wrongest way with Steve Kerr in the history of Steve Kerr, and I love Steve Kerr. Then he's so in love with the white kid that he traded Clay for and playing him over Kuminga. Don't y'all feel weird at the moves he's making? That the white kid can't touch Kuminga, but Kerr loves him. Coaches just love who they love, right? Liv a coach. But no, Liv, he run a business, so he can't play favorites.
No, I don't play favorite, man. I'm from the old school, man. Like, and I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm teaching fundamentals. If you don't want to be in my program and learn how to play the game and all that, then go play somewhere else. And I don't care. If that's what you want to do, you want the ball to be rolled out to you and just hooped, and then do that. I don't think it's coming from Steve Kerr though either. That could be coming from up top, But the other situation with Tatum, yeah, I didn't think that was cool at all. You guys asked that. You guys asked that man to be a part of that, Olympic team, and then you don't play him, and knowing that this kid is top at the time, top 5, top 10. I say top 10 player in the NBA at the time. Yeah, right before he got hurt.
He told him before he even got there, he didn't think we were going to be able to play him. I said, man, I tell you, boy, I tell you.
Let's get this one last one up, and then we'll go.
Okay.
The snow is crazy out here, fellas. Yeah. Where did it go? All right, here you go.
The coach is afraid the kids will out-earn them in NIL and lose control of the team. Ralph Fowler, that's your man, ain't it, Liv?
No.
No, I thought that was the guy you went to high school with, grew up with. Okay, no, so yeah. You know what? I don't know, man. You imagine being a coach, man, and you are making about $80,000 and you got to play on your team with $1.2 million. Ain't much you can say.
And that ain't. I don't think that's happening. Not with those blue, the bluegrass teams. I don't think that players are making more than them coaches. There's some coaches out there making a hell of a lot of money, man. But yeah, for the lower tier teams, and you don't have that type of money to be giving players either. So it's different. But the kids are making money, and that's a good thing that they are making money. Because a lot of people allocated for this, like, man, we want to make. You got kids. Why kids not getting paid, and now they're getting paid. Now people saying, "Oh, they're getting paid too much." So what is it? They want to get paid and play, and I think it has become a smaller version. And I said this on our podcast before, Bob, that is better than the G League.
It's definitely better than the G League. One player in college make more than everybody on one G League team.
so they
the G League salary is how much, Liv? 60?
Yeah, but you got an opportunity to give 3 players. Remember that 2-way. You got an opportunity, so that's $500 and something thousand. Each one of those players can get, because then they get called up to the NBA for a certain amount of games. Do NBA teams do that? Do they do that a lot? No. Right. It's almost like the NBA is holding a lot of players hostage. We're gonna give you this 500, something thousand, but we're not gonna never really call you up. You're gonna stay in that G League. We're gonna keep a roster spot open because a veteran might want to come and play for us.
Hey, look, I want to say this thing, and then we gotta get out of here. They said they brought inside the NBA over there to ESPN to hide them from the NBA because comments are so negative that they're not really giving them no airtime.
What'd you say now? Say it again.
That they brought Inside the NBA over to ESPN.
Okay.
Just kind of silence them and control them a little bit. This is what the chatter has been around because you don't see them anymore. Because all they do is tear down the NBA product. That's what I heard. That's what I've been hearing. You can't get on there and say, all they do is shoot threes. They said since Kawhi Leonard said he's going to start shooting threes, the Clippers been on a tear. But we got to get up out of here, man. I got somewhere to be. Lib, it's always a pleasure talking to you, man. I had to pull Lib into this one. He didn't really want to do this one, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all.
And Dion and everybody, we're sorry, man. We couldn't get to all of you guys' comments today, man. On our next show, make sure we'll do more of that. Get the comments out there. So we apologize, my man. Don't hate on us, man. Please. We couldn't get it out there, brother, because we wanted to get on and really talk about Derrick Rose, and we took it a little bit further than what we wanted to do today. So sorry about that, man.
Yeah. Well, Lib, man, it's always a pleasure chatting with you, man, on All Ball Chicago. You're gonna hit the music, man. We up out of here, man.